Nice one, nice one, nice one. Can't fault you, can't fault you. Yeah, at least it was above chest. Yeah, I'm chilling, mate. There we go, we're all good. I could have stayed like that.
Welcome everyone to day 4 here at the 2025 NXL World Cup. I wanted to actually go over and show you guys the new 2026 update for the field. So this just came out. I'm not sure what they're calling it, if it's the plus sign or whatever. But initially, I'll admit, I was kind of skeptical. And yeah, but now that I'm seeing it in person, I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. It's about the same height as the top section here for the little W. It's about the same height as that, so you're still going to be able to get some over-the-top shots. You can still get tucked in here. I'm hoping that what it doesn't do is make it where it slows things down. The issue that I have is, you know, if I'm tucked in like this and I have this thing behind me, well, if that's blocking me from getting a cross shot, and I'm just able to sit here and just hold a gap, then yeah, that's gonna be pretty simple. I guess the advantage to this is that if I try to push in, I can only go so far. I can't play the inside. So if someone came around this way and, you know, came to bunker me, I only have over the top and off to the side. So we'll see, I guess. I mean, that's how paintball is. Just gotta adapt to it. I think what's cool is at least they'll be able to kind of turn it, so maybe it'll be more like a plus or an X. That's yet to be seen, but I guess be on the lookout for these coming out to your guys' fields. So the new 2026 update. I guess the good thing is that it's only one bunker instead of it being a whole bunch, because I know sometimes fields, yeah, it can be tough having to keep up with all of that. So I guess it's a good thing that it's only one update, and I do hope that it speeds things up. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep walking around the field, and if there is someone you want me to interview, put it in the comments.
Hi everybody, I'm Mason Hines here from the Lucky 15s, and we're out here at World Cup in 2025. We got the invite out from NXL Europe because we did so well in that league. It's definitely been an experience this weekend. A couple of our main guys haven't been able to make the trip over this year, so it's been a bit of a new rebuild over a couple of weeks to come to this event. But I think we did a great job. You know, obviously it was unfortunate to not make Sunday, but we really just focused on how we're going to keep dialing in and getting better out season after season, trying to come out here and actually try and win an event, because that's what we aim and really want to do. I mean, it's a different kettle of fish out here. That's the way I'd put it. The league's a lot more intense. There's obviously more funding out here compared to the European teams that don't really have a massive budget. All the guys on the 15s all work outside of paintball and really put so much effort in to be here. So, you know, if we're able to compete with these guys with £1 million budgets or $1 million budgets, whatever it might be, then that's something I'm obviously proud to be a part of. And I know my teammates are so hungry to get a win out here, and I think we truly believe that we can do. You know, I think we're one of the youngest squads out here. We're a little bit inexperienced. You know, I've only been playing pro 4 years myself, and I think I've learned so much in those 4 years, but I can keep building, and all the guys know that too, and we all have the same mentality to keep better. But yeah, it's been a really good season. I think we've had an amazing year. I think it's been a building year, definitely, and how the mentality's changed from the first event in Portugal to here at World Cup. Everyone's definitely in the mindset of winning out in the US, and that's something that we plan to do in the future for sure, and I know we can do it, so that's what we're going to stay focused on. Yeah, I mean, obviously the paint limit is obviously different. We shoot 4 pods in Europe compared to unlimited out here in the US. It does change the game slightly. You've got to be a little bit more patient. Guys are just, you know, they realistically don't have to be the most athletic people, as long as they've got a real high IQ of paintball and can understand the principle of shooting a lane, controlling a zone, and passing over communication. That's the main difference within Europe. The intensity is a lot more quicker, and I think you get a little bit more leniency and actually closing points out. Teams out here are really good on understanding when they have a high point advantage compared to a low point advantage, and when they just need to talk, cross up, you know, look at certain zones, danger spots, you know, just rolling off, being alive, because that's one of the most important things out here, is just actually being alive in your bunker, compared to in Europe where the game's a lot more intense. It's a lot easier to make moves sometimes because, you know, either the experience isn't to like all these top teams out here, or people don't have the IQ to actually adapt to quite quickly compared to all these guys. You know, there's teams out here rolling out with, you know, 20 personnel, including their pit staff, and it possibly even more, you know. So when you deal with that change, it's quite intense, but I think we did a really good job, and I think it's just more the case of the more we build year after year, and if we were fortunate enough to play a full season out here, I know we'd absolutely win an event, because, you know, I think you can look at people like Fit, you know, they just put a lot of dedicated work in. They're all a young bunch of guys that have came up from semi-pro, and they just play a lot of paintball together. I think that's the biggest thing everyone's realised over the past year or two, that as long as you've got a good group of people around each other, you can win an event if you put your mind to it. So besides that, the paint limit is just more the case of just dealing with the tempo. The tempo can change very quickly, or it just slows down. So it's how you adapt to that sort of situation. But I wouldn't say it's like a skill level thing. I think there's European players that can definitely compete out with American players. You know, I think anyone who thinks otherwise would be quite naive. But I think, yeah, it's one of those things. I can't thank our sponsors enough. You know, Lucky 15s, Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, the paint, JT, obviously wearing the best goggles, and everyone else that's involved in our organisation, Hormesis, Carbon, and obviously our new brand this year, which is Against All Odds. Come by, follow the website, see what it's all about. You know, it's the young guys trying to express themselves for who we are. And yeah, we're a young team that wants to win.
All right, so that is going to do it here for day 4. Thanks to Mason for doing that quick little interview. Yeah, so it's pretty cool at World Cup how the top 3 over from Europe are actually able to come over and play in the States. So like Breakout won, and then it was, I think, Lucky 15s and Joy Division were 2nd and 3rd. So real solid, really cool to see that kind of different kinds of play. And, you know, some of the American players will go over and play in Europe anyway. So definitely cool to see. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm hoping to still make it out. Got to see. Got word that might have a sick kid at the house. So I might have to go home a little bit early. But if not, I'm going to be playing some 10-man tomorrow. And just go have some fun. So thanks again for coming along, guys. See you in a bit.